Welcome to Norton High School. This is Deb Carrero bringing you a girls soccer matchup today, varsity soccer, between the Norton Lancers and Dover-Sherborn. So the Lancers are represented in black today, and Dover-Sherborn is in white. Lancers with the ball right now, and down to number 22 of Dover-Sherborn. That was Olivia. Lancers gain possession again, and booted up the other end by Dover-Sherborn. Hustling down there, number 4 is Hope. And knocked out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be Dover-Sherborn ball, so throw in on the side.
Hey Chuck, what's up, Pete? Doing good, Chuck's doing good. Going for a big win. That's right, Chuck.
Sent it up to midfield, and Dover-Sherborn able to get possession again.
Bomber over the ball, bomber. Bomber on the ball, goes out of bounds.
So that's going to go out of bounds, and looks like we'll have a goalie kick. Defenseman will take that. And that's kicked up to about midfield, but that's going to go out of bounds. So Dover-Sherborn will have a throw in on the opposite side. That's Kylie battling for that and sends it up. That's going to go up to number 21, Ava, for Dover-Sherborn. 27, Ava. Knocked out of bounds. Here's Caitlin. Sending it up to Lily. Lily's going to send it up, but right into the goalie's hands. So goalie boots it up to about midfield and headed at midfield by a Lancer player. Sent over to the sideline. This is Kate. Going to send that back to Sarah. Sarah sends it over to the middle. This is Kylie with it. Again, right down into the goalie's hands. So a nice day here today in Norton. In the 60s, so that's a good day to play soccer. So Dover-Sherborn with the ball, looking to set something up.
Julian Davis the ball. Davis now. And now.
And Lancers win that battle. Looking to set something up. They're at midfield. And knocked away by Dover-Sherborn. Send that over to Sarah. Sarah boots it up the sideline, and again, Norton looking to set something up and get past Dover-Sherborn defense. Ball's pretty much going back and forth here at midfield. Oh, kept in bounds nicely by Ava, number 27 of Dover-Sherborn. And that one's going to be knocked out of bounds. Dover-Sherborn will keep the ball on the side. It'll be Lancer ball. Number 13, throw in by Sarah. And this is Caitlin back to Sarah. Sarah's going to boot it over to the middle. Oh, nice pass there. And let's see if... Oh, Lancers were unable to get past the defenseman. Dover-Sherborn able to clear it out. Sent up the sideline. That was attempted to get up to Annie, but knocked out of bounds by the Lancers. So we'll have a throw in on the opposite side by Dover-Sherborn. So it looks like we will have a corner kick here by Dover-Sherborn.
Now Buckins. Now Smith will put the ball.
Sent into the middle, but knocked right back out of bounds. So we'll have a redo on that one. Again, a corner kick for Dover-Sherborn.
Now William Temple, line the ball. Line the ball. There's the ball.
And that one is headed in. So Dover-Sherborn on the scoreboard first. That was headed in by number 11, Kate, right in front of the net. So quickly, Dover-Sherborn takes a 1-0 lead at the 34-minute, 26-second mark. And this will bring us back to the middle for the Lancers to take it and look to try to get right back on the scoreboard. This is Caitlin trying to send that up to Lily. Dover-Sherborn intercepts it, but that's going to go out of bounds, so Lancers will get a throw-in. This is number 13 on the throw-in. That's Sarah. So number 7 battling for Dover-Sherborn. Knocked out of bounds and a quick throw-in. Looks like they're going to try to get that up to Hope on the right-hand side. And is able to beat the defense, so that'll be a corner for Dover-Sherborn. So Lancers looking to keep it out of the net. Dover-Sherborn certainly looking to get another goal here on a corner. Oh, nice save there by the goalie. So Lancers trying to get it out of their zone. Gets it up to about the 40-yard line, and they're going to try to take it up the right-hand side. This is number 10, Lily. Tries to send it up to Sarah, and knocked out of bounds by a Dover-Sherborn player. So Sarah will set up for a throw-in. Knocked again out of bounds by number 22. That's Olivia, Dover-Sherborn. Kept in by the Lancers on the sideline. There's Caitlin. So Kylie battling in the middle. And might have had a quick little tweak of the foot. But here goes Dover-Sherborn down the other end. That was Kylie. So we'll have a couple substitutions, a few players for Norton coming in, as well as a couple for Dover-Sherborn.
5-0 at Norton High School. I was working on Thursday, so for the come, but okay. We got the playoffs for the boys,
and unable to handle that on the sideline, so that's going to go out of bounds. We'll have a throw in for the Lancers. And right into the goalie's hands, so Norton Lancers goalie makes a nice save and is going to take it out and boot it up to about midfield, up to Carly. Dover-Sherborn with the ball now. This is Olivia. And off the foot of Ava, so that's going to go out of bounds. Lancers will have a throw-in.
almost to line. And now, Diane on the ball. Diane has the ball. And now a nice play by Rappo. Must have gone to the the ball. And now, pass the ball down the shoot. Shoot with the ball. Shoot. Shoot with the ball. Shoot. And out of bounds. Hey, Norton ball. 30 minutes left in the first half. Well, 1-0 to dover-sherborn. And roll out.
So Lancers have possession at midfield, and that's going to go off of a Lancer player, and dover-sherborn able to get it, but that's going to go out of bounds. So it looks like we will have a throw in for dover-sherborn on the close side here. This is number 22, Olivia. And throw it down the line, and that's going to be headed right back out of bounds by number 20 of Norton. Number 2, nice footwork there with Micah. So again, we'll have a throw in for dover-sherborn. This is number 22, Olivia. And headed out of bounds there, not out of bounds, but out of the zone by Norton Lancers. Kicked up beyond half field. Goalie's going to kick it up again. Lancers able to get a foot on it.
Ion pushes off number 16. Leona Clowry. Now. The ball down to the bomber. Bomber to the ball. Bomber. Bomber to the ball. Bomber. Bomber to the ball. Bomber. Down to Buckins. Buckins to the ball. Buckins up the hand. Now. Have the ball down to Rappo. Rappo with the ball. Rappo. And now. Carry it.
Blocked down in the corner by Ava, number 27. And looks like the ball will stay with the possession of dover-sherborn. So number 16 heading on down there. That's Riona.
Come on, Turkey, put your head on it.
Come on, Lancer! Defense! Defense! Defense!
Oh, a nice attempt in front of the net on a headshot, but that's going to go up and over the net. So Lancers will now try to send it down the other end and make something happen. Still down 1-0 here at the 27-minute mark.
Down to Buckins, Buckins to the ball, Buckins, Buckins to the ball, Buckins. Buckins to the ball, Buckins, now. And double to the ball, Salvo. Bert to the ball, Bert. Bert to the ball.
dover-sherborn doing a nice job trying to set something up here.
Bomber, bomber to the ball, bomber.
Again, Lance is trying to keep it out of their zone. Goalie able to grab that one.
Now, here's the ball. Kick the ball towards the middle, and now.
That's going to be knocked up to Cameron.
Now, but on to Doyle. Doyle to the ball, Doyle. And now, hand the ball down to the double. Clear the ball.
And that one will be knocked out of bounds by dover-sherborn, so we'll have another throw in by the Lancers.
And now.
And we're going to send it across field now, so Lancers again trying to get it up and beyond the defense. That's number 3 with a shot on the net and a little bit wide. That was Carly on that attempt. So just out of the reach and a little bit wide. Nice attempt there by the Lancers to put one on the net. So dover-sherborn now looking to send it up to about midfield. Not before we have a substitution, so dover-sherborn player will come in, replace Micah, number 2.
Crowley into the ball. Crowley. Crowley into the ball. Now. The ball into the knee.
And Dover-Sherborn with control now. Looking to send it up to the other end. That's headed by a Lancer player.
And the Doyle into the ball. Doyle. Doyle into the ball. Doyle. Doyle into the ball. Doyle now. Out of the ball. Check out. Out of the ball. Check out.
And knocked out of bounds there by a Lancer player, so we'll have Dover-Sherborn head over to the sideline and have a throw in.
Now Bomber. Bomber to the ball. Bomber. Bomber. Bomber to the ball now. Hey, play by Check out. Now. Out the ball down to Doyle. Doyle to the ball.
Lance is now at the ball looking to send it up. And right off the foot of Dover-Sherborn player, goalie is going to come way out and boot that up past half field.
Let's go with the ball. Let's go. Play the ball. Going to the ball.
Throw-in is down the line, and Dover-Sherborn defenseman is going to knock that right out of bounds. So Lancers will have another throw-in moving down the field.
Down for the ball, down to the Dwayne. Down the ball, down. Lose the ball. It's off the hand, Smith the ball, Smith. And now for the ball down to the top of the ball. And down. Donovan going with the ball.
So another substitution. We got 4 Lancer players coming in and 1 Dover-Sherborn. Looking to get some fresh legs in the game. Throw in by the Lancers. And that's headed out by a Dover-Sherborn player. Number 7 is going to boot it up beyond half field. And nice play there by Brenna. Trying to knock it up to number 1 of Norton. And that's going to be kicked out of bounds by Dover-Sherborn, so Norton will have a throw-in. So we're just shy of 20 minutes into this game. Dover-Sherborn was the first one on the board with a 1-0 lead to this point. Lance is looking to keep them out of their zone and get themselves on the board, tie it up. But Dover-Sherborn will have a free kick on the side.
Now, Bomber, clear the ball. Move it to the ball, move it. Move it. Now, nice play by Dion. Dion on the ball, Dion. There's the ball now.
And Dover-Sherborn had a chance in front of the net, so nice play there. The ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Lancer ball. That one's kicked up to about midfield. Number 2, Micah, with the ball for Dover-Sherborn, and mishandles that. Lancers will take over. That one's going to be knocked out of bounds by a Lancer player, so we'll have a throw in for Dover-Sherborn. And again, headed down into Lancer territory. And that one's going to go out of bounds, so we will have Dover-Sherborn player head down and throw it in. This is Micah, number 2 at the ball. Nice footwork. Trying to get it to the front of the net. And there's the opportunity, number 18 right in front of the net, and the goalie is able to grab it and make a save. So Waverly right in front of the net had the opportunity, but goalie was able to grab it and save it. So nice play and good pressure there by Dover-Sherborn.
Norton ball. Tonight, where the 21st minute it is. 1-0 Dover-Sherborn on top. And Novich clears the ball. Now, knock the ball up everybody. Now.
Kicked up to midfield. Number 27 with the ball, that's Ava for Dover-Sherborn. Knocked away by a Lancer player, and Lancers have control, looking to send it up. Gonna get it up to number 1.
Little bounces and now, clear the ball down to Lennon, and now, off the foot of Valley, and now.
Dover-Sherborn doing a nice job with passing, knowing where their players are, and trying to get the ball under control. Lance is still yet to apply any pressure really down in Dover-Sherborn territory. They've had one shot on net. It was a little bit wide. Nice footwork there, trying to get it out in front of the net, and goal right into the goalie's hands. So another shot on net, but right at the goalie. This one's kicked out again beyond midfield. Gonna send this over to number 13. Sent up to Waverly.
Get the ball down to number 2. It is down to Buckins. Buckins the ball now.
And that one's going to be knocked out of bounds off the leg of Olivia for Dover-Sherborn. So we'll have a throw in for the Lancers. And again, a few substitutions, a few more people for Dover-Sherborn coming in, as well as a few for the Lancers. Throw in for the Lancers by number 20. So battling at midfield, and Lancers are going to take possession and look to put some pressure on. So Norton will have possession of the ball. Goalie comes out and makes a save, but ball is going to go out of bounds. And Norton will have a throw in from the corner. And that'll be knocked right out of bounds by a Dover-Sherborn player. So Norton still has possession down in their territory, looking to put the ball in the net. There's a pass out to the front, a throw in. And Dover-Sherborn able to get it out of their zone, hit it up to about midfield, but not before a Lancer player right there to send it back down in their territory. And again, we'll have a throw in on the opposite side by the Lancers.
40 seconds left. First down. 1-0 Dover-Sherborn on top. Now. Yellow bounce.
Goalie grabbed it. And booted up to about midfield.
Let's go to the ball. Let's go. Now. Carry. Bounty on the ball. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go to the ball.
And that'll go off the foot of a Dover-Sherborn player. Lance's throwing it in.
Good. Good. Now. Has the ball in the drop. Drop to the ball. Now. Number 32 of the ball. Number 32 of the ball. Now. And the ball down to number 3. Number 3 of the ball. And now the ball takes a couple of bounces and it's going to be down to Gray. Gray with the ball. Gray with the ball. Gray. Bring up. Here's the ball and it is out of bounds.
That'll be out of bounds.
Dover-Sherborn with the ball. 13 minutes and 30
Looks like we'll have a couple substitutions. Few Dover-Sherborn players coming in.
Here we go, Lancers.
We're at just over the 13-minute mark.
Lancers, here we go. Here we go, Lancers. Here we go. Woo, Lancers. It's not in. Throw the ball now. Let's go. Lennon it now. Ball takes some more bounces and it is down to Mr. the ball. Mr. now. Knocking near the ball. Knocking near the ball. Knocking near the ball now.
Sent that up to number 13. That's Caroline. Battling down in the corner. That's going to go out of bounds, but Dover-Sherborn will keep possession. So looks like we're setting up for a corner here by Dover-Sherborn. And that's headed in front of the net. And Norton Lance is able to knock it out of their zone. And nice boot there off the foot of a Lancer player up beyond half field.
Nice ball by Davis. Now.
That's Caitlin battling. Send it up to number 1 of the Lancers. So Lauren for Norton battling down in Dover-Sherborn territory. Lancers looking to keep the pressure on, but Dover-Sherborn ends up taking it away, and they're going to send it up to Waverly, hustling down in the corner. That's going to be kicked out of bounds. So Dover-Sherborn still will keep possession. And they'll have a throw in on the opposite side. Looks like Jillian's going to throw it in for them, if I'm not mistaken.
William Davis will throw the ball. Up the head. Go, Lord. Beniani the ball, Beniani. Number 32 to the ball, number 38. Bag. Robert to the ball. Go, Lord. Let's go to the ball. Go to the ball. Turn out. Now for the ball and then the drop. Go to the ball, drop. Now the ball, let's go to the ball. Let's go to the ball.
And that's going to go out of bounds. So again, Dover-Sherborn putting some pressure on the Lancers down in their end. But it's going to go out of bounds. We have a substitution coming in for Norton. Lauren's going to go out and take a rest.
1-0 Dover-Sherborn on top. And now, have the ball down to Bomber. Bomber to the ball, Bomber down to Cockney in the ball, Cockney in the ball, Cockney in, oh, now. Have the ball down to the ball, Lennon, now. Down to Bomber to the ball, Bomber to the ball, Bomber. And let's go to the ball, let's go. And number 32 to the ball, number 32, now.
So Dover-Sherborn putting pressure on again. Takes a shot, but that's going to go off a Lancer player. And out of bounds. So once again, Dover-Sherborn down in the other end, Lancer territory, putting the pressure on, looking to get another goal in the net at the 9-minute mark. They're sitting on a 1-0 lead here.
Bomber to the ball, Bomber. Ball down, it's going to be a foul on Norton. Now, it's going to be a kick for Dover-Sherborn.
So it looks like we'll have a kick in on the side, opposite side, Dover-Sherborn. Looking to put it up in front of the net. And that's going to be off the hands of the goalie, and Norton Lance is able to boot it up. And looks like we're going to have a foot race down on the right-hand side here. That's Lily battling. And nice hustle there by number 15, Jillian of Dover-Sherborn, to kick it out of bounds. So opportunity again for the Lancers, lost as they had an opportunity to get it down in Dover-Sherborn territory, but good defense there by Jillian to knock it away. Nice save there by the goalie. Nice try and a nice save there on the side by number 7 of Dover-Sherborn, but that's going to be knocked out of bounds. So we'll have a throw in for the Lancers. Lancers will keep possession. Same result. Lancers will keep possession again. They're just marching down.
Now, Lennon on the ball. Lennon, now. Let's go to the ball. Let's go, now. Ball, Lennon, Cockney on the ball. Cockney.
Looks like Andy's going to be battling.
Here's the ball. Here's the ball, now.
And that one's kicked out of bounds, so Dover-Sherborn will keep possession. Substitution. So number 32, Meyer, is going to go out of the game. And we got a substitution coming in.
Bomber the ball, Bomber. Bomber down. Read the ball, great. Ball down. Crowley to the ball, Crowley. Crowley to the ball, Crowley, now. Play the ball to the let's go to the ball, let's go.
So Dover-Sherborn knocking on the door again in Lancer territory. That one's going to be kicked beyond the end line, so Lancer ball. We're down to just a little over 5 minutes here in this first half.
Hand of Balmer, now. Rumble to the ball, Rumble. Number 3 to the ball, number 3. And now for the ball, there, look out there.
That's Cameron battling over on the opposite side. Dover-Sherborn will win that battle and have a throw-in.
Ball. Go with the ball. Power go. Go with the ball. Power go. Rally the ball. Rally. Ball. Dunking the ball. Dunking the ball. Put it on under base. Base with the ball. Base. Base with the ball. Now. And ball down the fence. Put the ball. Now. Rally the ball. Play the ball.
And that one's going to go out of bounds. That'll set up a corner, I believe, for Dover-Sherborn. We're down to just under 4 minutes.
Ball. Nice ball side in it.
So it looks like we got another corner being set up. And that goes in front of the net and headed out. Dover-Sherborn with another shot on net. Goalie is able to grab it. So a nice save there by Norton Lancer goalie. And she's going to boot that one up to about midfield. And nice try there by number 10, Lily, to keep it in, but that was headed out of bounds.
Now, Gunny and Will. Lynn band the ball.
So again, Lance is battling to try to keep it out of their zone. And Dover-Sherborn keeps getting possession somehow, but now the Lancers have it. They've got just about 2 minutes here. And that one is knocked out of bounds. I'm going to send it back down to Lancer territory. Sent up to Carly. It's going to go off the foot of Lily and out of bounds. So Dover-Sherborn with another throw-in and a few more substitutions coming in. Oh, looks like 1 for Norton and 2 for Dover-Sherborn. Out of bounds. We'll have another throw-in. They're down at about the 15-yard line or so. Nice footwork there by Annie. Annie able to get control for dover-sherborn, but that's going to be halftime, so whistle of the sign of halftime, and after 40 minutes of play, we got dover-sherborn with 1 and Norton Lancers 0. We'll be back in a few moments.
Here we go, Lancers. Here we go.
So we're back here at Norton High School at the start of the second half of the girls' varsity soccer game. After the first 40 minutes of play, dover-sherborn has a 1-0 lead. So again, if you're just tuning in, and there's a shot up over the net. So if you're just tuning in again, dover-sherborn in white today and Norton Lancers in black. To this point, dover-sherborn has done a nice job offensively with control of the ball very much of the first half. And there's a battle again at midfield, won by dover-sherborn. And looks like the Lancers are going to send it up towards the other end. And there's a shot, but up and over the net. So Lancers with an opportunity gets beyond the defense of dover-sherborn, but shot will go up and over the net. Nice pass there, and that's going to go over to the left side. They're going to put it back to the middle. And a shot wide there by number 13, Sarah. So Lancers looked a little better there with some deliberate passing down in dover-sherborn territory, but unable to get a shot on the net. That one's going to be kicked out of bounds, so Norton Lancers will take it on the close side. This is number 15, Mackenzie, with a throw-in. Trying to get it down to Caitlin. Passed over to Sarah. Sarah again looking to get it up to Caitlin, and that one's going to be knocked out of bounds. So Lancers looking to put some pressure on dover-sherborn in their territory. And knocked out of the zone by dover-sherborn player, but right back to midfield. That's Mackenzie with that. That's going to knock it up. And nice job there by Kate to keep it in. Dover-sherborn goalie able to come out and boot that up to about midfield. And looks like they're going to be, I don't know, not sure what that call is. Maybe push-off or offsides. So it looks like that might have been an offsides call, and Lancers are going to get the ball. Right into the goalie hands of dover-sherborn. And again, goalie able to kick it up to about midfield.
Bomber to the ball, bomber. And shoot the ball, shoot. Head of the target down. Kaplan's put the ball now. Kaplan gets knocked down.
And dover-sherborn on the move, looking to put it out in front of the net. And that's going to go beyond the end line, so dover-sherborn will have possession here, and looks like it may be a corner. And that one's knocked out of bounds by a Lancer player, so we'll have a throw in on the opposite side again by dover-sherborn. And Lance is on the move. So number 5 tries to kick it up. That's Cameron. That's going to go right to the goalie.
Now. Young with the ball. Young. Kaplan with the ball. Kaplan.
And we got Waverly going down on the left-hand side, kicks it over to the middle to Kylie, and that one's going to get in the net. So good passing there by dover-sherborn to put them in a lead, 2-0. So nice goal there by number 4, Hope, in the middle of the field to be able to put the ball in the net for a 2-0 lead. Nice passing there by dover-sherborn in Norton territory. Dover-sherborn with a free kick. Oh, and a nice diving save there by the goalie. And once again, Hope almost put it in the net. Diving save. So substitution here for dover-sherborn. A couple new players coming in, so fresh legs in there to run. And we will have a kick by Lancers. So looking to get that to about midfield if possible. And they do just that, but dover-sherborn first ones to touch it. And now Lancers with the ball. This is number 3 going up the left-hand side, Carly. It's going to get kicked out of bounds, but Lancers will keep possession. So number 15 running on down there, Mackenzie. She'll have a throw-in. That one just out of bounds, so Lancers will have possession. Good battle there by Mackenzie. And knocked out of bounds, so Lancers will keep possession. And throw in to the front of the net. First one to touch, a dover-sherborn player, and looks like Lancers will get control again. Out to midfield. And dover-sherborn on the move again. Lancers retreating back on defense. And Norton defenseman able to get that out of there, but Dover-Sherborn again has possession, looking to put it in front of the net. And Norton will knock that out of bounds, so Dover-Sherborn will have a throw-in on the opposite side. Looking to get that into Waverly. And that's going to be kicked out of bounds, up and over the net.
Here we go, Lancers. Here we go. 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 Lancers. What's that spell? Raider. What's that spell? Raider. Now.
You guys are our favorite opposing team ever. Best fans.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So it looks like we got Waverly at midfield looking to send that up. And Ava hustling down. Norton Lancers get possession. And they're going to send that up. And looks like Lancers are on the move. Tried to get it to the middle. And that's going to be kicked out of bounds. So we're at about the 27-minute mark, and Dover-Sherborn in the lead, 2-0. And nice save there by the goalie. Looks like we have a substitution for Dover-Sherborn. A player coming in. This is Kylie. Oh, and won by Dover-Sherborn. It looks like they are on the move again, trying to get it up to Waverly. And that's going to get beyond the defense, but able to kick it out of bounds. Dover-Sherborn will keep possession, and they'll have a throw-in. And that one's kicked out of bounds by number 6, Olivia. So ball will go to the Lancers. And we have a substitution. Looks like 3 Lancer players will come in and 3 will go out and take a rest. Throw in down the line. That's going to go to Lauren. And kicked out of bounds by a dover-sherborn player. Again, we'll have a throw in. This is, I believe it's Mackenzie hustling down to throw it in. And they're going to get that to the middle, but unable to make something happen in front of the net. It looks like dover-sherborn's going to take over with the ball again. Lancers with a throw-in. Looks like we have a throw-in by dover-sherborn. And that's right back out of bounds, so it'll go to the Lancers now. And the Lancers need to get some pressure on the net. They got 24 minutes to do so. And that one's kicked up to midfield off the foot of Mackenzie. That's going to go out of bounds. So dover-sherborn with a throw-in. That's Olivia, number 6, headed into Caroline. That's going to go over to Waverly. And that's going to be kicked out of bounds. Dover-sherborn will keep possession, excuse me. And Lauren with the ball for the Lancers. And goalie's going to boot that up to midfield off the head of Waverly. That'll go out of bounds, so it looks like we will have a corner kick, I believe, for dover-sherborn. And that's how they scored their first goal, was off a corner kick. It was headed in after the first few minutes of play in the first half. So we got a substitution, Norton player coming in. And that's booted down the other end and right into the hands of the goalie. So she'll send that up to about midfield. Looks like that's going to get off the foot of Waverly, and she's looking to get beyond the defense of Norton. And number 13, Caroline, ball was knocked away, so Norton able to keep them out of the zone. But here we have it again, dover-sherborn knocking on the door. And that one's going to be knocked out of bounds, so Lancers will have a throw-in. All right, so we had a shot on net, up and over the net, but Dover-Sherborn was passing it right in the zone of Norton Lancers and able to take a shot, but up and over the net. So again, putting pressure in the Norton Lancers zone. McKenzie trying to kick it up to Lauren, but that's going to go out of bounds. Dover-Sherborn with the throw-in. Off the foot of McKenzie and out of bounds, so Dover-Sherborn will keep possession. Looks like we got a few substitutions for Dover-Sherborn. A couple players will come on in. 2 will go over and take a rest. So we're at that time of the year now. It's starting to get a little bit dark earlier. It's 5:10 at night and starting to get a little cold, starting to get dark. That's not going to keep either team from trying to get the ball in the net. And once again, Dover-Sherborn with the ball sends it up. That one's going to go up to Lauren on the opposite side. And Dover-Sherborn able to get possession back. Trying to get that up to Hope. And Hope able to get beyond the defense. She's going to try to get it to the middle. Trying to get it over to Ava in the middle, but Norton able to kick it off to the side. That's going to go out of bounds. Here's Hope with the ball again. Looks like this will be Norton Lancer possession.
Let's go, White. And out of bounds lead. Norton with the ball.
Well, looks like we'll have a substitution for both teams. We got 2 players for Dover-Sherborn coming in, as well as 3 for the Norton Lancers. Looks like we'll have Abby throwing it in for Dover-Sherborn. And that's going to go right to the foot of number 9, Annie. Annie looking to set something up again for Dover-Sherborn over to number 7. And now the Lancers are on the move, but unable to keep it under control. Goes right back to Dover-Sherborn at midfield. And there's going to be a push there, so the ball will go to the Lancers. That one's kicked out of bounds by number 20 of Dover-Sherborn, so it looks like McKenzie will have a throw in for Norton. And that's going to be headed right out of bounds. Ball is at about midfield. Norton Lancers looking to try to get something under control here and keep possession of the ball. That's nice footwork there, but knocked out of bounds. So Dover-Sherborn again with the throw-in. And that one's going to be knocked out of bounds, so looks like we'll have Norton will retreat, and dover-sherborn will get the ball once again. And that's going to go right into the hands of dover-sherborn goalie. Mackenzie battling Annie at midfield. That was Ello, number 20, for dover-sherborn to get possession back for them. And here we go with Annie down the right-hand side again. Going to send it down deep to Ava. Ava looking to center it. Able to do so. Annie's got her foot on the ball. Dover-sherborn does a nice job passing down in the zone. But that one's going to be kicked out of bounds. So once again, dover-sherborn with pressure down in the Norton Lancer territory. Nice job with passing offensively.
Riggins wants a goal.
And Annie hustling over there for dover-sherborn. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Gonna send that one in, Hope in the corner. And nice attempt there by number 27. That was Ava. Ball's still in bounds, and dover-sherborn's going to hustle down there. Norton Lancers get a foot on it and trying to send it up, but defense was able to kick that back to midfield, and dover-sherborn once again. But that's going to go out of bounds, and Norton Lancers will have a throw in. So we're down to just under 12 minutes to play. Dover-sherborn with a 2-0 lead and has seemed to be pretty much in control of this game to this point offensively. That was Hope battling midfield. So substitutions coming in. A couple for dover-sherborn as well as a few for Norton Lancers. Mackenzie waiting patiently on the sideline to throw it in, and there's the whistle. So we'll have a throw in by Norton Lancers. That was Grace with the header for dover-sherborn.
Turkey. Count, now we clear the ball.
That was Grace on the header for Dover-Sherborn. So once again, Dover-Sherborn scanning the field, looking to set something up. That's Carly and Abby battling for it on the sideline. And Ava comes in, helps out. So Kylie able to get it up. And looks like we might have a shot on net. And the goalie comes out and makes a diving save.
That's a PK at least.
Two PKs.
Maybe three.
So Lily does a nice job, puts a little pressure on Dover-Sherborn goalie, goes down hard. There'll be a substitution for her. And it looks like, I believe, Lauren might be coming back in. Yes, number 1. So yellow card issued there on that play. Substitution. Norton player will come in. We're down to just over 8 minutes left to play in this game. Again, Dover-Sherborn with a 2-0 lead. And to this point, been, again, pretty much in control offensively. Although Lancers have a glimmer of some offense here and there. We're going to have a throw-in free kick here for Dover-Sherborn. Number 16 will take that. That's Riona. Oh, and that's headed on net, but right into the hands of the goalie. So nice job there by Dover-Sherborn to get the head on, but right into the hands of the goalie and quickly right back to midfield. And once again, here we go, Dover-Sherborn with the ball, number 14. That's Caroline. And goalie's going to come out and grab that one. That's going to go out of bounds, so Lancers will have a throw-in. That's Lauren trying to put it out front and knocked out of bounds. So 2 players for each team coming in. On substitution, 2 will go out and rest. Again, we're down to just a little over 6 minutes left to play in this game. Lancers down by 2, looking to put some pressure on in Dover-Sherborn territory. Again, 2 substitutions for Norton.
Let's count the ball. Let's count.
Mackenzie with the ball.
Now, pass the ball to Tarzan. Tarzan to the ball. Tarzan. Tarzan to the ball. Tarzan. Now. Bring in the ball. Number 38. Number 3 in the ball. Number 38.
And that one's going to be knocked out of bounds. So we're down to about the 5-minute mark. Nice save there by goalie.
Last time the Lancers made the tourney, 2015 under Coach Everett Larkin. It was a game in which they fell to St. Mark. They had Sarah Beckles, Julia Palin.
And that one's going to be kicked out of bounds, so Norton Lancers. Mackenzie with a throw-in on the side. Sent over to the middle. And battling down the corner, that's going to be kicked out of bounds, so we'll have another throw in by Mackenzie of the Norton Lancers.
Let's go, Norton, get one!
Ball.
And a shot on net. Goalie able to come out and handle that one. And we got a collision there on the field. So timeout will be called and we will be right back. So we're back here after a brief collision and still a 2-0 lead with dover-sherborn. Hopefully both players are okay. And Lance is looking to put some pressure on. So ball will go back over to dover-sherborn. Not much time left on the clock, sitting on a 2-0 lead. Ball sent down to the corner. Off the foot of a Lancer player. And knocked out of bounds, so we'll have a throw in. This is Mackenzie to throw in for the Lancers. They're still looking to get on the board. That's Caroline battling for dover-sherborn. And there's going to be a breakaway here. Oh, but that's going to go out of bounds, so nice hustle there by dover-sherborn.
Nice job, Eddie!
That was Annie that was making a nice play there. Unable to get it in the net, but good hustle down into Lancer territory yet again. looking to get that up to Annie again, and they're going to do that. They'll get it past the defense and trying to put it out in front of the net once again. So dover-sherborn, pressure on the net again. 2-0 lead. This is Annie with the ball.
Turns over the ball. On the ball now. The ball now. And now.
Dover-sherborn with the ball in the corner. That's going to go out of bounds. So looking to center it, and that's going to get knocked out of bounds, but looks like we'll have a corner set up. Looks like there is going to be a yellow card on a dover-sherborn player.
A lot of young talent, and they struggled, but they worked together as a team to try to quicker than now. The season is about to come to an end while dover-sherborn season will continue the tourney.
So a player will come in for dover-sherborn. And that's the whistle for the end of the game. So after 2 halves of play, dover-sherborn 2, Norton Lancers 0. You can catch this game and all the games on NortonMediaCenter.org. This is Deb Carrero. Thanks for joining us. Have a nice night.